So in joining the two physical files and the logical files, this is my first one. Let me grab a screenshot of this one. Okay. So our next step would be to create the OCT03EMP3, which we will create with these fields. And we have to make sure that the department ID that we create has the same field description as the department ID in the department. So that's one thing that we have to make sure that we keep the same. So we are now going back to RDI, and I'll just save this as. So I'll just save this one as OCT03 EMP3. instead of EMP2? Because it's called F name over there. So I'll do it from EMP. Okay. So now when we put data in this, the only thing we have to make sure is that department ID is one of these four values. You do not have to have all four of them there to match. Anything that will not match, it will assume that there is no employee in that department. So when you're adding the data, you could put whatever you like for employee ID, first name, last name, salary. Just make sure department ID is one of these four values. That's the only thing you have to keep in mind. Let's enter maybe 6 records. So now we will going to be back in the RDI environment, and we will going to create a new member. So everybody stay with us. So you right click on your source physical file, you create a new member. The name of the member is OCT03 join. OCT03 join. It's a logical file, so it's an LF. The first thing that you got to state is your record format. In the record format, you need to list the physical files that you are planning on joining. In order for you to join multiple physical files, you do not use P file anymore, you rather use J file. And in the J file, you list all of them in the order one at a time, separated by a space. So the ones that I'm interested in joining are these two guys. I can write them in any order I would like. Doesn't matter which one of the two is written first. So OCT03EMP3 and OCT03DEPT. Those are the two items that are being joined here. That's quite possible for you to add some text on the next line by saying, okay, join logical file. So this text will actually be written out as a text and description of the record format. So now that these two are the files that you're planning on joining, you now need to state the numbers. So you're saying, I'm giving them aliases so that they will now going to be referenced as 1 and 2 from this point onwards. OCT03EMP3 is number 1, and the second one is number 2. So you got to give them numbers. Once to give them numbers, the next thing that you got to do is you got to tell which is the common field. So the common field between both of them is department ID. Now that is why numbers are important. That is why the numbers are important, because the field names are exactly alike. So now this tells that the first number refers to the department ID and EMP3. The second one refers to department ID and department. This establishes your join structure. So what are the three important things and required things in these 4 lines? JFile, join, JField. Text is not required. Oh, yeah, that is something that I need to do here in the join field. I need to put type J, right? Yeah, so that PF1 will actually be a number. So it'll be 1, 2, then this one's going to be 2, 3. No, you have to give them numbers. It doesn't have an example here. So that later on, if it's a common field, you can say, I want to reference it from, and then you can say which number. Okay. 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 So which fields are we interested in? We're interested in employee ID. We want first name. We want last name. These are the 3 fields that come from employee ID. We want we want D name. That's the next one, D name. And then lastly, we want department ID. Now, since department ID is a common field between the two of them, if I compile it like this, he will going to give me an error. If there's a common field name and I do not reference where I'm grabbing this from, then it gives me an error saying the field name in more than one file. So you got to reference from where you want to grab this. That's why I now need to go to the functions and I need to say JREF. And since they are only on the matching values, you can grab it from any of the two. And now when you recompile, it'll gonna go through. So in the meanwhile, we're going to add data. Data set shows me the employees with their first name, last name, the department name, and department ID. So we were able to grab the department name from a different physical file for wherever there was a match on the department ID.